If you have never been in a coma, you may have wondered at one point what it's like. Do you imagine a scary long sleep paralysis? Do you see yourself floating above your body? Do you just feel like you took a long nap? Or are you just in a nightmare you can't escape? Join us as we share different experiences of people who have been in a coma. These stories range from nothingness to vivid memories and much more chilling occurrences.
Hello, friends and family. Welcome back to another episode of Weekly Bazaar. I'm Jessica.
I'm Montana.
My couch is making weird fart noises. I feel so uncomfortable today. Like I'm sitting in the same place I always sit, and I just feel like I'm sinking into the earth. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, if you're new here, hello, welcome. We've been waiting for you.
We've been waiting for you. Your couch has never made farting noises till now, so I think you're just using it as excuse. It sounds like you're having sex.
Yeah. If only. Just kidding.
She's not. I'm watching her right now, which is creepy in itself to say.
Yeah, this couch is old. That's why I have blankets over it. This used to be my grandma's couch. But I have dreams for this couch. I have two of them actually. This is the love seat, and then I have the actual long couch in my basement, but they're like Victorian. And they need reupholstered, and my dream is to get them reupholstered in like a dark emerald green. I think that would be so sick. So that's what I'm going to do someday.
Interesting.
Yes. With black walls and like plants everywhere. That's my goals. Goals for me.
I also see the kimchi in your teeth.
You can. It's in the back.
I'm just messing with you.
I had to hurry up and eat my breakfast this morning because I was really stressed about shit earlier, so I was getting a late start getting ready.
Kimchi is not breakfast.
Again, do I ever play by any rules? Do you know me yet?
No, but I don't play by rules either, but I love breakfast food.
Well, I had
breakfast.
I had eggs. I had eggs and avocado and kimchi.
On a rice cake, and rice cake is not breakfast food either.
It is when I make it. I'll have to show you sometime. It was super good. And sriracha. It was yummy. With my kimchi. You got to get your probiotics in, baby. And that was homemade kimchi. It was my second batch, and it was so good. So much better than my first batch was.
All right, well, you can bring me some to work tomorrow.
Yeah, you can let me know what you think.
I'll be honest.
It's zingy. Not gonna lie.
I like zingy though.
Yeah, I let it ferment for almost 3 full days. Last time I wasn't brave enough to do that. I only did it for like a day and a half. But it's so worth it to just let it ferment a little bit longer.
So you followed the instructions?
Well, she said 1 to 3 days, depending on your preference. So.
Oh, so 3 days seems to be much better than your first batch. So 3 days seems to be the sweet spot.
Yeah, it was a lot better.
Yeah,
that's my exciting news for the week. Ate a batch of kimchi,
we have
baby.
2. Oh, you need life. So we have 2 announcements today. You're like, we do? Yes, we do. 1, happy 1-year anniversary to Weekly Bazaar. We're a little late, though. I think we're almost a month late, actually.
Yeah, I forget what I was doing the other day, and I'm like, hey, we missed our 1-year anniversary. I don't know what made me think of it, but yeah, it was like, what did we decide it was? August 20th, because it's Dom's birthday.
Yeah.
We recorded our first actual episode for us that day. Like I had been on once before, but that was still when it was Bitches Don't Brunch. So yeah, happy anniversary, baby.
Happy anniversary. We're still here, living the dream.
We are, and we've made a lot of progress, in my opinion. You guys might not think so.
They're like, you've like moved a centimeter.
Hey, you gotta start somewhere.
It's a tough job. I
It
don't think
is.
people realize how tough it is.
It's a lot of work.
And second announcement that I posted on my social media. So I will finally, my personal social media, I didn't post it on Weekly Bazaar. But for a while I've said I've had health issues. So I finally announced that your girl is expecting.
Yay! It's been so
She's
hard not to talk about. Like we've said a
your
few
girl's
things here
having a
and there.
baby.
Congratulations. And what
Thanks.
is your due date?
Well, so I'm more than halfway through my pregnancy. My due date is in January. I'm hoping she'll come early because I hate every single minute
And it's
of
a
this.
she,
I'm having a
a
girl.
little girl that I already have creepy clothes picked out for. They're in my cart on Amazon.
Perfect. I can't wait.
Just have to pay for it and have it sent. I cannot wait. So fun. I'm gonna have a daughter vicariously through Montana.
And since my brother and my sister-in-law just had a baby in May, so I'm getting a lot of the hand-me-downs from their daughter, which is great because I don't want to spend a bunch of money on clothes when she's going to probably hit a growth spurt. They grow super fast.
Oh
That's why they
yeah, they grow out of things so quickly.
and they're all like girly and like, and I'm just like, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not cringing at all. If
Yeah.
she wants to be a girly girl, that's fine. It's fine. I think it's a little hard for me because I've never been a girly girl.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting if she ends up being who she is. I want her to be who she is. That's fine.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I'm excited.
and it's been rough. I have HG with this pregnancy. So I'm still puking more than halfway through my pregnancy and I'm still puking. And what's it just like to wake up and not feel hungover or nauseated? And then, like, what's it like? I don't know what that feeling's like anymore.
Yeah, that sucks. I didn't experience that. That was one thing that I didn't really have to deal with. But I had a lot of other things I had to deal with, so I guess that's probably a good thing. But yeah,
Ryan has
I had
seen some
evening
things.
sickness. Oh yeah, you guys are getting closer by the day. Bonding, bonding time.
Yes, I have evening sickness. I have all day sickness.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's gotten a little better, but the mornings are the roughest for me because I'm still usually throwing up. And one time my mom was over and she was in the kitchen and she said something, she had her back turned, and I started gagging, like making the,
Oh god.
like it's coming. And then she was like, why would you do that? She's like, why are you mocking what I'm saying? As I'm like literally gagging, puking into the trash can.
Oh god.
It's like, Mom, I'm puking right now, okay?
It'll all
She's
be
like,
worth it in the end. I know it
like,
doesn't
why are
seem
you
like it
being
right
so
now.
mean? You know what I'm saying? Yes. And everyone's like, it goes by fast. It's not going by fast.
It did not go by fast for me either. I just say
It
that
is
to try to
not
make you
going
feel
by
better.
fast. Yeah, it is not going by fast. My job is becoming very hard. I have a physical job. It's not easy being a massage therapist
Yeah, we kind of hinted
while
at
you're
that in
pregnant.
one of our last episodes, and I was like, I couldn't do it. But then there was like no context behind it. So yeah, I was a miserable pregnant person, and I think you're right there with like you just it's not for us. We don't like it.
No, and it's not easy for someone like me who's athletic and fit. It's hard to see my body change, blow up. So I'm having trouble with that. And everyone's like, oh, just it's for the baby. It's for the baby. I get that, but doesn't mean it changes your mental state of
Mm-hmm.
not like I try to avoid looking in the mirror these days because it's hard. So like mentally, I'm struggling there.
That was actually the one thing I kind of liked about being pregnant was my bump. Like I just thought it was the cutest thing. And I dressed so cute with my little bump. Like I let my bump show. And I can remember my friend and I, we were pregnant at the same time, and we got kind of matching sundresses and sun hats and went out. We both had this big bump, and they were like fitted dresses. We thought we were so cute. But again, I was like 21 years old too. So,
Girl, look at me. It's why I pretty much wear the same thing on stream all the time. I told Ryan I'm in my Adam Sandler era. I just wear his shirts and basketball shorts, and it's the only thing that's comfortable. So I am Adam Sandler. There's no cuteness about this pregnancy. Adam Sandler all the way.
comfort is key.
Yes. And it took like 6 months, but my bump has like finally popped out.
Yeah.
And then because Ryan was gone for the weekend, and I was like, yeah, my bump has definitely popped. And he was like, I would just saw you. He's like, stop. Like, no, it hasn't. And he saw me. He came home. He was like, oh. And I was like, yeah, it's there. So.
Yeah, I was surprised because I had you show me at work the other day. And I was like, oh, it's so cute.
Oh, trust me, it's there.
So, yeah, congratulations. I'm glad it's finally out in the open. And I'm sure a lot of you probably knew. Like, I think it was kind of obvious. And I know that Joe Diamond, who was on, he was the mystic guy that we had on our show. We're so profesh. But he was one of the first to comment when she posted. He's like, I knew it. Like, I bet a lot of people knew it. Because, I mean, just the amount of, like, cryptic kind of stuff that we would talk about regarding your health on here. Like, yeah, people probably pick up on it.
I'm sure. And it's not like I have so much energy right now either. But I don't really like posting about that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I at least want to waited till I did my anatomy scan, when I was like, okay, I feel safe telling people. And so I've been slowly doing that. And then we made our social media post, and then Ryan got more likes than me. How does that happen? But
yeah, and
it's out in the open now.
The crazy part too about that, especially like making sure you're kind of out of the danger zone, it like because you're over 35, they consider that a geriatric pregnancy, which I think is absolutely ridiculous, especially now. Like, I feel like it's so common now. Like, so many people are having children after the age of 35. Probably the majority, I would say. I don't know. I guess I can't.
Well, I was looking at my paperwork, or not, it's not paperwork, but whatever the doctor notes are, like for your appointments. You can go to your chart and look, and it's like, it says high risk.
Yeah.
Because of my age. And then when I got my anatomy scan done, they're like, advanced maternal age. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, it's crazy. So in that regard, like, I get being extra careful, making sure that everything was going smoothly before you make an announcement. I'm the complete opposite with stuff like that. Like, I have to tell everybody. I have to spill all the beans, all the tea.
Well, part of me was like, well, if I don't tell anybody, then it's not real. It's not real.
It's so interesting to me too, because like, this is probably going to be your only pregnancy.
I'm never doing this again. I don't know how I have full respect for women that go through this multiple times, because I don't know how you do it.
There's so many women that love being pregnant too. Like, I have a friend who, she just kept having kids. Like, she's got like 7 kids. She loved being pregnant. But not me. I hated it. But your experience has to be so different than mine, just because of our age difference. Like, I was 21. I had no freaking idea what the hell was going on in my life. Oh, Tony and I had only known each other for just a few months when I found out I was pregnant. But hey, here we are all these years later, 23 years later.
That is crazy.
It's been a wild ride, let me tell you. But yeah, so I'm happy for you. I'm excited.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I just forgot what I was going to say.
Oh,
It's been a wild ride. So
yeah.
but here I am. I'm still showing up.
You're doing great. I just wonder if you're still going to show up after she's here.
Yes, I'm not determined. Like, luckily for me, I don't have like an old fashioned type of like, I don't see, I don't know how to put this, but I have a really good partner. I have a very hands on partner, and he's been amazing through this and very helpful. And he's like really the only reason like helping me get through this. Because, like I said, he's seen some things. He's seen me puke a lot of places. He's seen me puke my food right back up on the plate where I just ate my food. Like luckily he has a very strong stomach.
Trigger warning.
Yeah. God.
A little late on that.
I have peed. I have been on the toilet peeing multiple times. I'm like, nope, it's coming. Where I've had to lean over and puke in the sink while I'm peeing. Like, and where's the trash can? You say it's by my bed for when I puke by my bed. So,
good time.
It's been a rough.
Good time.
It's been a rough 6 months. Let me tell you. But no, I still plan on showing up, even if Ryan has to like show up a couple times for me. It's fine. I still plan on being here because I'm very determined, and if feeling like shit hasn't stopped me, it's not going to stop me. But my point was I have a very good partner, so he will make sure that I show up as well. So I am very fortunate for him and love him very much. So, and he's very excited. He's more excited than I am, but he's also the one that his life has not changed right now. So, but he goes to all the doctor's appointments with me. He goes to my blood work because I got to do blood work all the time because of my thyroid. So I'm in there every 2 weeks, every month, just depends. So I'm showing up, guys.
Yeah, you guys are going to be great parents.
And then once we can agree on a name, we're golden. The one thing we argue about.
Yeah. And we have come up with some cool ass names that he hates. Like so much so that he's like bargaining with her.
I know. There's this one name I absolutely love that came from you. He was like, I will buy you a brand new laptop for you not to name her that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not been a fan of any of my names, I think. It's funny. No. But to be fair, I haven't been a fan of his either. So very different.
I haven't either. This is why we're arguing.
Yeah. You'll figure it out. Even if it takes meeting her first, like that might be what it
she
takes.
Looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he said, "Okay, you know, you're doing your job for technically 10 months, right?" He's like, "Okay, we're in the hospital and you push her out. Just tag me in. Just tap me in and I'll take over." And I'm like, "Please."
Oh, how many men say that?
Job. I'm like, I've done my job for 10 months. Yeah, I'm good.
That's pretty awesome. So if you guys have any super cool names that aren't common and I don't know, what kind of a vibe would you say you kind of want for her?
She's going to be a creepy girl. Like, it is what it is. Even Ryan's like, you're creepy. She's going to be creepy.
And you don't mind if she has kind of a boyish name for a girl?
No, I like masculine names for females. I don't know why. I've always have.
So email us at weeklybazarrepodcast@gmail.com if you have any cool name suggestions.
The emails we get with all the different names.
Yeah. But that'd be cool because I know one of the chicks that I watch on YouTube, she got her daughter's name from one of her subscribers, and her name is Severin. I thought that was such a cool name. Or Severine. See? Severin or Severine, something like that. But I'd never heard it before. I'm like, that's a cool name. And she's super gothy, and it's so perfect for her. But yeah, so you never know.
It's a tough decision. Like, it's just to live with that the rest of her life. I mean, she can go change it when she's legally able to, but I'm just saying, like,
yeah,
that's a big decision to make for somebody.
It is. It is. I hate that I was named Jessica. I can't believe I didn't change my name a long time
It's
ago.
just so basic. No offense to all the
It is.
Jessicas.
It's so basic. It does not suit me at all. At all. But none of my family or friends call me Jessica. The only person that calls me that is Tony, because he refuses to call me Jess or Jessie. But like all my family calls me Jessie. My friends call me either Luna or Jess. Usually, my friends kind of lean into the Jess thing. It just always ends up Jess. But yeah, yeah, she needs a cool name. No basic bitch shit.
And that's why we're also struggling, because it keeps coming up with basic names. And I'm like, I'm not looking for a far out there name. I
What
like
was
something a little unique where there's not like 5 of the same names in the classroom.
it like Miranda or Cassandra or something like that he said? I'm like, oh God, no. No offense if that's your name, but like just for the like what Montana wants for her child, I'm like, that is not gonna work. It's not
No,
gonna
but when
work.
I hear Miranda, I always think of Sex and the City now.
Oh yeah. I think of Mass Effect. She was like a bitch on Mass Effect that I could not stand.
I have no idea what that is.
Miranda Lawson. Like, ugh.
No idea.
Anyway. But yeah, Sex in the City, Mass Effect. And then Cassandra, she's from another one of my video games, but she was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not happening, so.
But anyway, I think you get the point that she's going to have a cool name. So suggestions welcome. We're awfully chatty today.
Well, it's been like a big secret.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's nice to be able to talk about it.
Big announcement. Last year for us looks so much different than it did now.
Mm-hmm.
So yay, it's been a rough year. Let me tell you.
Oh gosh. I keep thinking, okay, this next year this is gonna be it. It's gonna get better. And every year it's like, oh man, just more bullshit.
Well, honestly, this was like the last thing I was expecting this year. This year has been rough. I did not see this one coming, especially after years. I mean, I still don't really want children. I still don't want children, but I'm kind of stuck now, right? But I just thought it'd be difficult. So I'm like, whatever, I'll just leave it up to the universe. And years go by. I get pneumonia. My body goes through something so traumatic.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally heal like after 3 months. So like a month, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm back to normal. And then boom, I find out I'm pregnant. I'm like, how does that work?
Yeah. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I never wanted to be a parent either. And it was like one of the best things that ever happened to me. I have a cool kid.
Surprised.
You hope what?
I'm hoping to be pleasantly surprised.
You will be. You absolutely will be.
So I think those are just our 2 announcements that we have, right?
Yeah. I've been revamping our stuff a little bit to make us like extra profesh. Been working my ass off these past couple days. But again, like I say that, but to me, I'm such a creative person that it does not feel like work to me. Like I could do it for hours and hours and hours, and it's like nothing. Like no time has passed.
I know. Imagine if you got paid for it.
Yeah, well, that's what I was daydreaming the whole time I was doing it. I'm like, if this is what I could do.
That's good. That's manifestation, lady.
Yeah. Oh, I've been manifesting the shit out of this week. It's happening, guys. We're here for you. They're probably like,
blessed.
well, you need to shut up and get to the damn point then. No, I'm just kidding. But I have been, I don't know if you noticed in our videos on YouTube. And if you haven't watched, if you want to see us like in the flesh, you can go over to YouTube and check us out. But I've been putting timestamps on. Like if you don't like banter, you can skip to this timestamp, and that's when the story begins. Because I know a lot of people like it and a lot of people don't like it. So
It's hard because it's like 50-50, so
It
you can't
is.
please everybody. Like, I personally like banter
Yeah, and
because I like
we
the
have to.
podcasts I listen to.
Yeah,
I just like catching up with their lives.
yeah.
So, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, to like add to what you were saying, is we need to stay authentic to who we are. Like we can't, like, this is just kind of what we naturally do, and if we cut that out, like, it's not going to be authentic to who we are. So yeah, that's why I've been doing that. I'm like, it's your choice if you want to listen. Cool. If you want to skip ahead, all right. Because we still banter throughout too. So
No, I think it's a good thing. If people that don't like banter, they can just skip that part. So, that's fine.
yeah,
Each his own. We can't please everybody.
no,
That's just the world.
yeah, it's everything in life is that way. Like, just got to do you, Bill. The rest will fall into place
Exactly.
this year. This is the year.
It's our last year of massage,
It
so
is. It certainly is. Putting it out
because your
there.
girl's getting too big.
I'm just getting too tired.
I mean, I'm getting too tired too,
My
but it doesn't
joints
help
are
when you're
getting too
getting huge.
tired. Yeah.
So, comas, huh?
Do you know anybody who has personally been in a coma?
Uh, no. Have you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a guy, he was a gamer that I talked to back in the day, and he was in a horrible accident and had like major head trauma. And he was in a coma for like 2 or 3 days or something like that. And he can remember it well. Like he remembers being levitated over his own body and stuff like that. So, yeah, pretty crazy. Like he was out of his body. Wild.
Well, I think for those who haven't experienced a coma, we'll just call, well, us the lucky ones. I don't think it's something that anyone should have to experience.
Yeah.
But basically, coma is a state of prolonged loss of consciousness, as you know. So if you had, it can have a variety of causes, including traumatic head injury, a stroke, a brain tumor, a drug or alcohol intoxication, and a coma may even be caused by an underlying illness such as diabetes or even an infection.
Yeah. Actually, one of my relatives had a tooth infection and ended up in the hospital in a coma. Like
Jesus.
it went from his, I guess, from his tooth, it must have been an upper tooth, to his brain. Like the infection spread into his brain. It's crazy. It was a life changing experience for him. It's for sure. He lived through it.
Well,
Wild.
I mean, coma is a medical emergency, and quick action is needed to preserve life and brain function.
Oh yeah, brain function. I know if you go without, what, it only takes like minutes, if that even. If you go without intervention, I think you can suffer like permanent brain damage. It's just crazy.
Mm-hmm. And there are actually 10 stages of a coma.
Oh.
So, stage one is no response, so patient is completely unresponsive to the stimuli. Stage two is a generalized response, so the patient may show slow or inconsistent responses to pain, sound, or light. Stage three is a localized response, so the patient can respond to specific stimuli, such as moving a limb or opening their eyes. Stage four, confused and agitated. The patient is confused and may have difficulty communicating or following instructions. Stage five is post traumatic amnesia. Patient is awake but has memory loss and difficulty with attention. Stage six is confabulation. Patient may make up stories or have false memories, which I don't think they
Mm.
make up stories. I think it's just something that they've seen.
Yeah.
Um, Stage 7 is automatic appropriate, where patient can perform daily activities but may have cognitive impairments. Stage 5, purposeful appropriate, patient is fully recovered and able to resume normal activities. And stage 9 is a modified purposeful appropriate, where patient is mostly recovered but may have some residual cognitive or physical impairments. And then stage 10 is near normal, and patient is essentially back to their pre-injury baseline with minimal or no residual impairments. And it's important to note that these stages are not always linear, and patients may move back and forth between them, and the duration and severity of the coma, as well as the underlying cause, can influence the recovery process. All right, so now I'm going to read what people saw when they were in a coma. And I got a lot of this the article Scoop, Upworthy.com. Okay. So this is called Blackness and Nothingness. And it's by user Ragnar Lothbrok.
It's the Viking from Vikings, the main guy.
Ragnar Lothbrok?
Yeah.
Is it?
Uh-huh. Who knew that he was on, what is this?
Scoop.
Scoop? Sup, Ragnar?
I'll probably butcher username, so my apologies. All right. When I was in 5th grade, I fell out of a tree and banked my head pretty well. And bonked my head pretty well.
Banked.
Banked. I woke up 3 days later in the hospital. For me, the experience is easily summarized in 3 parts. When I fell, I blacked out before I hit the ground, or at least that is where memory fades. And fades is really the best word. It was as if my consciousness was drained away, and then blackness and nothingness. It was as if my body knew how bad it was going to hurt, and so it shut down. I have very, very, very vague memories while in the coma of hearing my dad reading a book, or my mom telling me that she knew I would pull through, or of a tube in my nose. Waking up was sudden. So sudden. I was in blackness, had a moment of awareness like my neck hurts, and then the pain was magnitudes higher. No longer a distant perception, but something that I was actively conscious of. Waking up was the most painful moment of my life, and I just started crying and then couldn't even cry. It hurt so bad. After an hour, my body was used to the pain and I was totally normal. Although very weak, hungry, and thirsty, I survived and am fine now without my lasting issues.
Does not sound pleasant. Not at all.
Well, it sounds like they didn't see too much, like literally just blackness and nothingness. And sometimes I don't know if that's just easier than like a crazy nightmare. So this is, I was a superhero who could fly. And this is
That
by
sounds kind of cool.
Mima? Mumo? I have no idea. I was a superhero who could fly. 2 weeks induced because of swine flu. During this time, Oprah announced she was ending the Oprah Winfrey Show. I was very upset to learn this fact, mostly because the TV running in my room, plus the drugs they gave me to keep me under, gave me the most cinematic dreams I've ever experienced. Somehow, the news of Oprah retiring filtered into my brain as dreaming about saving the whales with her in a submerged Chicago.
What the heck?
There are worse things to dream about.
For sure. The brain is just so funny, like how it conjures the shit up. So random.
Oh, it gets better. We had a champagne brunch. It was excellent. I was also a superhero who could fly and fought my enemies on the rims of volcanoes. And then I woke up. Not only could I not fly, but my buddy Oprah had betrayed me into retirement. I was crushed. Again, not the worst coma experience.
Yeah. It honestly just kind of sounds like a dream, really.
A lot of these do. All right, this one is I saw a dragon with scoliosis by user Maniac Mondo. Maniac Mondo. My favorite dream from the coma involved me floating over a huge gray colored ocean, and I saw something rise up from the water that I can only describe as a dragon with scoliosis. It moved its head like it was smelling the air and then turned and looked right at me. And another one of my favorite cousins had abandoned me and now lived in the ceiling above my hospital bed with my two best friends, Jason and Jason, who were also twins. So the best friends were Jason and Jason, who were twins, and they just moved a tile out of the way and would just stare at me from above.
Wait, they named the twins the same thing?
It's a dream.
Oh,
I don't know. It just says my two, which is also funny. The fact that we just did like the hospital ceiling episode,
yeah.
like a couple episodes ago. That's kind of
That
weird,
is
right?
very weird. Like, what are the freaking odds of that?
Tateki, is this you?
Jason
Did you
and Jason?
teleport? Yeah, it just says, in another, one of my favorite cousins had abandoned me and now lived in the ceiling above my hospital bed with my two best friends, Jason and Jason, who are also twins. Which is, they just moved a tile out of the way and would just stare at me from above, which is actually kind of creepy.
That is super creepy. I don't like it. Especially if you're just laying there and you can't really do anything, you can't move, and there's just somebody above you staring at you.
Yeah.
That would
You're like,
be
wait,
so
which Jason is
uncomfortable.
it? Which Jason are you? That's, yeah.
And Tateki hanging out too.
Well, Tateki's probably dead up there.
It's just his ghost.
Maybe it was Jason and Jason that killed him. They teleported Tateki up there and then they just murdered him. Because they're like, what else we gotta do but stare at this guy in a coma? We're bored. It's Tateki. We're just gonna...
Yeah, maybe Jason and Jason are responsible for both of those murders in the ceilings.
Oh, it's weird how things come together. That's weird.
That is a weird synchronicity, I'm not gonna lie.
That is a weird synchronicity. So go check out I'm trying to think of the title.
Riddles
in the Rafters.
Rafters.
Go check it out.
Yeah.
Papa, can you hear me? All right. This is spoke with my identical twin brother who had died.
More twins, huh?
Yeah. User Prince William 15.
These people like to use royal names.
Is it Ragnarok or Royal? Is that
he was,
Ragnar?
Yeah. He was a king.
I never watched the show.
You should.
I hear a lot of my friends that are women tell me they watch the show Vikings for the Vikings.
I liked it for the Vikings and the story and the gore. Like, it's brutal, but I like that stuff.
I know, but to like be fair, everyone sexualizes Vikings, and I'm like, Vikings are not good people.
They're not, but they are sexy.
They're not good. You don't want Vikings coming to your village.
There was
rape, kill, steal, all the above.
Some brutal shit goes down, that's for sure. But doesn't make them any less fun to look at. Just saying. Anyway, moving on.
Sorry, I was like trying to picture, because I know this show, but I'm trying to picture what the guy looks like, and I'm like, I can't picture.
I feel like you would like his brother better than him.
Are they twins?
You'd like Rolo. He seems more your type.
Rolo?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like YOLO?
Ragnar's a
But
blonde.
Rolo?
I don't think you like blondes, do you?
No offense, blondes. I'm not in. No.
Yeah. Well,
I like a man with dark hair.
Rolo has dark hair.
Ragnar does not.
Ragnar's blonde.
Do you like blondes?
I do. Yeah,
We're so opposite,
I've always
and
had
sometimes the
a. I
same.
mean, I like it all. You know, I'm not discriminating over here, but I am partial to blondes for some reason. Like throughout my, ever since I was young, I've really liked a lot of blonde men.
I mean, that's a
Tony's
good
not
way to put
blonde.
it. I'm partial to dark hair.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I
Something about
love
dark
some
hair.
dark hair too, but
Hmm.
yeah. Yeah, I've always, I don't know, the Scandinavian types. I'm very drawn to
That's
that.
fair.
Tall, blonde, like icy eyes, probably because it's the complete opposite of me. Short, dark hair, dark eyes. I don't know.
Isn't the elf guy, not the elf, yeah, the elf guy, the what
The
Henry
Witcher?
Cavill played? Yeah, was that he blonde?
He's not an elf.
No, that's Legolas from Lord
Yeah.
of the Rings.
Legolas is blonde
He's
too, yeah.
blonde.
Yeah,
Okay, The Witcher though, was he blonde?
The Witcher has
He's
white
blonde.
hair.
Potato, potato.
His hair turned white during his harrowing.
Why was he scared?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, it's not a fun experience, apparently. Allegedly.
Still haven't seen it.
Well, it doesn't show that part. I don't think. I can't remember
Did
if
you
it does
say
or
it in
not.
passing? His hair is white from his days of whatever.
Well, I know that from the actual games. Like it's in the story.
Oh,
Yeah. But I'm not sure that they touch much on that in the series. Anyway, the
anyway.
point is I'm partial to blondes.
Are you partial to Prince Williams?
No.
All right. Prince William 15 spoke with my identical twin brother who had died. I was in a medically induced coma for 3 days during my cancer treatment.
Oh.
My identical twin brother died around a year prior, also to cancer.
That is tragic. Gosh.
That's really sad. And the entire time I was in a coma, I was with him.
It's stuff like this that like we need to stop complaining. We really do. Oh, gosh.
Yeah, well, they also, my doctor said I probably put on there as high risk from thyroid cancer.
Yeah.
So I was like, cool,
Yeah.
cool. But could you imagine being their parents that you lost one of your kids to cancer and now your other kid has cancer and they're in a coma from that? Jesus.
And the one that already died was his twin or their twin?
Mm-hmm. Twin, my identical twin.
I guess it kind of makes sense though because their genetic or makeup probably had the same mutation.
I think that twins do have a special type of, I don't want to use the word telepathy, but something very where they sense
Like a deeper
something with the
connection.
other twin. Yeah, like we hear stories where like all of a sudden I was doing something and then I got this really sharp pain in my chest and I just knew that something happened with my twin or something like that. And they end up being right. Which is weird because I was actually a twin, but the other one, my mom miscarried.
Did she actually miscarry it like out of her body?
Yes, it was. She didn't know because at the time you didn't have the crazy cool type of ultrasounds and stuff that we have now. You maybe got one back then. Remember, this is like the 80s because I'm old. She thought she lost me. because she didn't know she was carrying twins. And so when she miscarried the other one, so she went in and said, I think I definitely miscarried. And they checked, they do the ultrasound, and they're like, no, your other baby is fine. And then she was kind of like, oh, I didn't know that it was twins. So
I wonder if there were two different, like, placentas.
I don't know how that stuff works.
Yeah, because you would think
But
if you were in the same womb that you would have been in danger too, but you were perfectly fine.
twins runs in my family, and it runs in Ryan's family. So, like, I was really worried for a hot second that I was going to have twins. Like, I was worried. I even told you, I was like, I swear to God,
Yeah.
if I have twins. And nothing's wrong with twins. I just don't want twins. That was just like, I just want one child. If I'm doing this one time, because everyone's like, if you have twins, you just knock it out at once. Like, no. I just want one and done. And nothing's wrong with having one child. So don't give women crap for having one child, because people give women all crap all the time for just having one child. And that's not fair. So let's stop that.
Yeah. I have one. My sister has one.
Nothing wrong with one. And some people can only have one. Like, leave us alone.
Yeah. Both my sisters just have one, actually. It's funny. All three of us had one son. Done.
Well, you're getting a niece, so you're welcome.
Yeah, my family produces the boys, man. It's kind of crazy. So it'll be nice to have a little girl around.
And I've always said I wanted a daughter. I've always said I wanted a girl. And when I found out I was pregnant, everyone told me that they were getting boy vibes. Everyone told me a boy.
Even me.
And even I felt it was a boy. This boy vibes from everyone. Boy vibes from everyone. And then I had a dream. In my dream, I forget what really happened, but it was, no, calm down. You're not having a boy. You're having a girl. And so I should listen to my dream, because I'm having a girl. So my dream was right. It's crazy what dreams can.
I had a dream I was having a girl, and I was not having a girl.
I'm doing it for you. So yeah, that's really sad. So
yes,
my identical twin brother died about a year prior, also to cancer. And the entire time I was in the coma, I was with him.
Aww.
We were in a large green field with lots of sun, and my conversations with him felt real. Other than that, I didn't hear any of my family talking to me while I was asleep. It was just like I had gone to bed for 3 days, and I woke up feeling very tired. I do wonder whether my interactions with my twin brother were real, or if it was just the drugs I was given causing them. I think it was real. It sounds very comforting at the same time too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it was
like
real
his
too.
His brother was there, keeping him company while he was going through the coma. Like, hey, I'm here for you. You're gonna get through this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a sad one.
It is. It's so sad, and I feel for the, like you said, the parents. Like, that's a lot to go through for them too. That was part of the reason I never wanted to have kids, because I didn't think I'd be able to handle it if anything would happen to my child. It's this very scary thing, but it's fine. It's just life. You gotta live. You gotta live it.
This says, he looked down at his body, laying there lifeless, by born anyway. Not me, but my dad. He was in a coma for about a week after riding his bike headfirst into a telephone pole. He says that he remembers the accident itself, followed by an out-of-body experience. He remembers flying above the scene of the accident and looking down at his body laying there lifeless. He remembers seeing a woman from the neighborhood rushing over to see what happened, and other neighbors brought out a flat bench chair to put him on while waiting for the ambulance. After he woke up from the coma, it immediately broke down crying as the influx of stimulation and confusion poured in. His brain was stuck about 5 or 6 years in the past.
Oh my gosh.
He remembered his phone number, address, etc., but from years ago, and he couldn't remember the current info. It took about 2 weeks after coming to for his brain to catch back up to the current day. The spookiest part? He went to the house of the woman who had seen first from above and asked if she had been the first to get there and other information about what he saw from outside his body, and she confirmed all of it. Pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
At least he got his memory back.
Yeah. I was just
That's
thinking
lucky.
it would suck so bad to be in a coma for years and then wake up. Like, I know that it's rare that that actually happens, but it does happen. And I cannot imagine what that is like. Like, I'm sure that there's probably a significant amount of like cognitive decline, probably. But I mean,
Well, it's kind of like the you don't use it, lose it, I think, type
mm,
mentality. Like with your brain, and that's why they say that when you do things like puzzles, things to stimulate your brain or make you think is what helps decline of like Alzheimer's or dementia.
mm-hmm.
So if you're in a coma and you're not using it, but then does it count if you're in the dream world using it? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I never want to find out.
Same. I can't imagine what kind of trippy shit that I'd be going through in a coma because, like, I'm going through a phase again where I'm having really wild dreams. And, like, I went years without having any dreams at all. And before that, I was having, like, super wild dreams. So I just feel like my brain would completely take over, and who knows where I'd end up in the dream realm.
Dude, no joke about the pregnancy dreams being weird.
Yeah, I can't really
They're out there
remember.
and they're so weird. Like you wake up and you're like, what was that?
Man, I miss like a few years ago when I was having wild dreams. I was to a point where I was able to go back to sleep and pick up where I left off. Like that's how like in control of my dreams I was at that time. It was crazy and I can't do that now. But for a short time I was able to do that. It was super cool. I don't
Yeah,
know
but
why,
sometimes I
but
hate that because when you're trying to get out of a dream or a nightmare and then you wake up and you're like, oh my God, that was so scary. And then you fall back asleep and you're back in the same nightmare. I hate that so much.
true. Yeah.
I had a coma family and kids.
Oh. Wonder if it was
And this is
like a
like an alternate reality.
an alternate reality or maybe a glimpse into the future or a past life. That'd be cool.
And this is Tempto too soon. Temp too soon. I have no idea. All right. My last semester at a certain college, I was assaulted by a football player for walking where he was trying to drive. While unconscious on the ground, I lived a different life. I met a wonderful young lady. She made my heart skip and my face red. I pursued her for months and dispatched a few jerk boyfriends before I finally won her over. After 2 years, we got married, and almost immediately she bore me a daughter. I had a great job, and my wife didn't have to work outside of the house. When my daughter was 2, she, my wife, bore my son. My son was the joy of my life. I would walk into his room every morning before I left for work and doted on him and my daughter. One day, while sitting on the couch, I noticed that the perspective of the lamp was odd, like inverted. It was still in 3D, but just wrong. It was a square lamp base, red with gold trim on four legs and a white square shade. I was transfixed. I couldn't look away from it. I stayed up all night staring at it. The next morning, I didn't go to work. Something was just not right about that lamp. I stopped eating. I left the couch only to use the bathroom at first. Soon I stopped that too, as I wasn't eating or drinking. I stared at the fucking lamp for 3 days before my wife got really worried. She had someone come and try to talk to me. By this time, my cousiness was breaking up and my wife was freaking out. She took the kids to her mother's house just before I had my epiphany. The lamp is not real. The house is not real. My wife, my kids, none of that is real. The last 10 years of my life are not fucking real. The lamp started to grow wider and deeper. It was still inverted dimensions. It took up my entire perspective and all I could see was red. I heard voices, screams, all kinds of weird noises, and I became aware of pain. A shit ton of pain. The first words I said were, "I'm missing teeth," and opened my eyes. I was laying on my back on the sidewalk surrounded by people that I didn't know. Lots were freaking out and I was completely confused. I went through about 3 years of horror depression. I was grieving the loss of my wife and children and dealing with the knowledge that they never existed. I was scared that I was going insane as I would cry myself to sleep, hoping I would see her in my dreams. I never have, but sometimes I see my son, usually just a glimpse out of my peripheral vision. He is perpetually 5 years old, and I can never hear what he says.
Wow. That's a lot. That's crazy. The first thing
That's deep.
I was thinking, like, the whole light is like coming back to the light. I wonder if that was like a kind of a symbol of coming back to the
Oh,
light. That's why he was fixated on a lamp. But
but the
that,
fact that
oh
he
my
dreamed,
gosh,
he must have been unconscious on the sidewalk for a minute, but the fact that
that is so
it probably in
nuts.
reality wasn't that long that he woke up on the sidewalk, but he dreamt 10 years of his life.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
Yeah, I've never heard of anything like that before.
It reminds me of, you don't watch Supernatural, but
No.
genies, they grant you wishes, right? But so, I guess I call them jinns
Mhm.
in the show. So,
That's
what
what
they
they call
do
them in The
is
Witcher too.
they put you in a dreamlike state where you think is real, but on the outside world, they're like draining you of your blood and drinking it and killing you.
Oh.
And so they did that to Dean, where he was like, his mom was alive, he wasn't a hunter, he lived a normal life, is what he wanted. But then he would get glimpses of weird things that did not make sense in this life. So that's what it makes me think of. Because he's like, this isn't real. He's like, what is that doing here? He's like, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, that, oh my gosh. What a horrible thing to have to accept, like, after you're back in the real world. The fact that 10 years of your life didn't even actually happen, that would be awful. Just awful. Crazy.
Yeah, he had a wife and kids. This is Hitman Trying to Steal Medicine by Striker2279. I was told I was in a medically induced coma for 6 days. I remember having lucid dreams that were super psychedelic and terrifying because a part of me knew that this wasn't real and was desperate to wake up. When I finally did, I had crazy hallucinations. I was convinced I rode a blimp, had butterflies land in my eyes, and that a team of hitmen were trying to steal my meds. I hallucinated children playing in the room next to mine when there wasn't a room next to mine. It was a window, and police lights would trick me. I was convinced that there was a drop panel behind my bed leading to the sewer system, and that's how the hitmen were stealing my meds. I was also convinced that the doctors had special devices that made me fly. Yeah, mushrooms ain't got shit on comas.
I would say not. Did you ever take mushrooms?
Honestly, no, because I'm afraid to.
Yeah, I did. And they must have been fake because literally nothing happened. Like I didn't feel a thing. I was
Really?
trying to see things. Yeah. Or maybe it just didn't work for me. I don't know.
Ryan's done them. I think it's shrooms. I'm too afraid to. Like, I already have an active, crazy imagination.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid what I would see or do and not know what I'm doing at the same time.
I'm honestly surprised I actually did it because I'm the same way. Like I never did any like acid or anything like that just for that reason alone. Like it would not go well.
I'm too scared.
I'm too
Okay, so
old.
now
No.
I was going to say old, but all right, now I got some from BuzzFeed. And there's no title on these. So this is by Cato. I was in an induced coma for 2 months and died 3 times. It was a weird experience. I had multiple nightmares that never made much sense, and I was very lucid, besides the fact that I didn't realize this wasn't real. I had human bumblebees trying to kill me, big spiders that would fall from above me and kill me. I'd be trapped in a room with the walls closing in or trapped underground with a bunch of people with a killer snake. My dad and lots of my dad's side of the family were in my dreams, which is odd, as I never had much contact with them. I remember being able to hear the outside world and speak to them, but I lived in a different country, so all I could hear was Polish, and it was extremely confusing and distressing. No one could visit as it was early COVID time, so I was really stuck in my nightmare for months. I remember dying in it, but a spirit came to me to tell me to fight and live and that it wasn't my time. I had complete organ failure in it and had to learn to walk again when I woke up.
Yeah, whew, that would be insane to me. I've I don't know what I was watching, but I saw where people have kind of technically died and been to the other side and they don't want to come back. Like, they're like, this place
Really?
sucks. Yeah, I want to be there where I was when I was dead. I don't want to be here. But they say that is like very similar where they send them back and they're like, it's not your time yet, but we'll see you soon, kind of thing. And it's like they don't want to be on this earth after where they'd been. That's pretty crazy.
But could you also imagine waking up from a coma during COVID? Like the peak of COVID?
Being alone, nobody can come see you.
And like everyone like wearing masks and like hazard stuff. I don't know. It's like The Walking Dead. You wake up and you're like, what happened to the
Yeah.
world?
Yeah, that would be a mind fuck for sure.
Because I'm sure he probably woke up alone, right? Because even like family.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah, that was what a time, man. What a time. I feel like
It was
so many things wrong then. But
glad we're moving past that.
yeah.
But it was the big spider dropping from the ceiling that would have done it for me.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, that reminds me. I think it was when Dom was still in high school and he was upstairs getting ready and I was down like getting my shoes on or something because I would take him to school and a spider like just dropped down on its little web right in front of my face and I scream like when I see stuff like that I scream like I'm being murdered and he didn't even react to it because he's like I know that she's probably just seeing a bug. It was terrifying. Ugh, right in front of my face. It's like, hello.
We have a humongous spider. I'm not even exaggerating the size of the spider. It's probably a wolf spider. Who freaking
Oh,
knows?
they're huge.
Yes, he's made his home. on our back porch steps,
Mm-hmm.
like in the corner, and he is like, it's a double house. It's like a double freaking like
He's got a 2-story.
thank you, 2-story baby brain. He literally has a 2-story web. He's got his web down here and then a web right above it. Like, he's
He
huge.
is
And I think
living his
wolf
best
spiders,
life.
oh, he's so big. And I don't want to touch him because he's so scary looking. And wolf spiders, aren't they poisonous?
No, they're just
No?
intimidating. No, where I grew up at my grandma's house, she had them all the time, and they're just so scary looking, but they're harmless. They're harmless.
I don't want to kill him or ruin
No.
his house he worked so hard on.
Yeah, he's killing some bugs out there for you.
So I just let him do his thing. I'm like, we don't need to interact with each other. You just keep to your house. I'll keep to mine. You stay outside. I'll stay inside.
Yeah, that's the key. Stay the hell outside.
But it's probably a female spider. Female spiders are bigger than males.
Yeah, they're so big. I was telling you about the wallies in my house. That's what I call them so that they don't scare me. They're the house centipedes. And I was talking about how I hadn't been seeing them and had been seeing spiders. Well, Dominic, the other day, he's like, I saw a wally in the bathroom. Like, good. Go kill the spiders, please. I mean, I hate that, but
Well, let me send this big boy over to your house to eat some of those wallies.
yeah. Well, no, the wallies kill everything. So they trump
They can even kill
spiders.
this. I don't think they're gonna kill that big bad. He's huge.
They
If I
will.
get brave enough and take a picture, I will. But
Yeah.
double deck, like 2-story house. I cannot think of the name.
Oh, you got to call him Dee Dee. Double decker.
Dee Dee, double. Oh, it's probably a female. Females are bigger, but it's living the good life. Let me tell you.
I would like to see, even though it would gross me out totally, a video of the wallies killing other insects because, I mean, apparently it's crazy. Like they can kill literally anything. But the weirdest part is they're so fragile because before I knew not to kill them, I would kill them. And you literally touch them and they die. It's like they're so fragile, but they can kill any other bug, like literally any other bug in your house. They will
How do they like
kill it.
bite and inject something that like paralyzes them,
So,
or
yeah, I guess it's like super lethal to bugs, but completely like they can't affect us at all. They can't. That's
can they
one of,
affect animals?
no. Mm-mm.
Just other bugs?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy. When I first saw the video, it was like it showed the thing. I'm like, ew, I want to see because I have these in my house. And it's like, if you have these, do not kill them. I'm like,
I don't
why?
really kill insects like ants. I don't really kill ants. I still think as insects as like living. I have a problem. But I will kill
Well, they are living.
mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes are just asking to die
Well,
when
they
they're
carry
buzzing around
disease
you.
too.
I know. I will kill mosquitoes. I've killed them multiple times on me.
Yeah, speaking of which, something was gnawing on my damn ankle, either in my sleep or on my dog walk. Like, I woke up yesterday with 2 bug bites on my ankle, and like that always creeps me out. I'm like, did that happen when I was asleep, or did that happen when I was out walking? Because I walked Kira pretty late the other night, so it probably happened then.
We'll just say it happened
Well,
outside.
yeah, we'll say that.
All right. This is by Antisocial Achromatic. Is that right? Achromatic?
Chromatic.
One of my friends was shot when he was 9 years old and put into a medically induced coma for 6 weeks. He said he could hear people talking to him, but it went through a bit of a dream filter and translated to what he was seeing in his dream, so it didn't make a lot of sense. Most of what he repeated to his family about hearing was half right. He said he had a lot of nightmares about walking through a never-ending corridor for hours and hours with no doors or windows. He's like 28 now and has a PhD, so he's obviously fine. How do you get
Insane.
shot at 9 years old?
Bad part of town? I don't know.
All right. This is from Lilith Black. Seems like your type of name. My uncle was in a coma and we're really close, so I'd sit and talk with him a lot. The doctors on his case, which included my father, all told me he wouldn't make it, but I had this gut feeling he would. I was sitting with him one day and he never liked my dad, and I told him, quote, Dad thinks you'll never wake up and you've got to prove him wrong, end quote. And his eyes popped open real big. I screamed and the doctors came rushing in, but his eyes had closed again. The doc said it was just a reflex, but I knew they were wrong. He ended up waking up while my dad was working, and he told my dad to tell me that he had proved him wrong. He's still alive with some brain damage that isn't very noticeable, and we're still thick as thieves.
Wow.
I feel like that's something I would do. Oh, I'll prove you wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. The
So
power of.
eyes pop open. What the fuck do you say?
Yes.
All right, this is Shells Bell 686.
Oh, that's what I call my sister. Shell Bell.
Shells Bells?
Shell Bell.
Shell Bell?
Potato, potato.
That's my line.
Yeah.
I had the flu for a couple of weeks and collapsed at work, then was taken to the hospital by ambulance. Oh, that's a little close to home. Turns out I had pneumonia. Had an allergic reaction to the antibiotics they gave me, and I was in a coma for 3 weeks.
Ugh.
I remember vividly many of the coma dreams, particularly Ariana Grande stalking me with a machete, wanting to chop off my head because I flirted with her man or something.
Jesus.
LOL. Many of the memories I can now tie to things my family has told me what were happening at the time. Some are just bizarre.
Weekly bizarre.
And then there's another one from Shells Bells. I specifically remember when I believed to be near the time I came out of a coma. I was on a small boat with a bunch of people. The boat approached and tied to a much larger cruise ship type boat. People started getting off, and when it was my turn, the couple in front of me turned and told me to say I was with the lady behind me. She had been trying to get on that big boat, but the crew wouldn't let her on. I turned, and there was a young woman with a tiny baby in her arms. I told the ship crew we were traveling together, so they let her on, but they would not let me get on the ship. I stayed on the small boat, then I started to come to the surface, and I woke to my brother telling me I'd been in a coma for 3 weeks.
What a trip.
I don't know what to say. I'd be pissed trying to get on that cruise, and then I couldn't. All right.
Not
This is
me.
no?
Mm-mm. I went on a cruise once. That was enough.
I haven't been on a cruise since high school, so.
Same. I mean, it was nice and all, but there's so many other things I'd rather do.
I know, but sometimes it is an easy way to see a bunch of stuff when you're like, because they have like Europe cruises.
Yeah,
it is nice
I was just gonna say that. Stuff. Like a Europe cruise or like an Alaskan cruise would probably be super cool. So I kind of take that.
Alaskan cruise, it's easier to get around than having to like take like fly to different of the places. So like I want to do Alaska so bad, and we talked about Alaskan cruise. It's expensive, but it's kind of an easy way to see a bunch of Alaska.
Yeah, I'm sure it's absolutely stunning.
It's on the list. All right, this is B68 Camaro. I was on vacation when my pancreas ruptured due to a plug from a gallstone spilling acid into my abdomen, and eventually I got sepsis due to third-degree internal burns.
Oh my God.
That's a lot in one sentence. I was placed in a 6-week coma because my heart was out of control. My first dream was watching my sister-in-law get shot in the head. Next dream was of an idyllic. Next dream was a cottage in the country during winter, like a Christmas scene. The next dream was of my coworkers kidnapping my child from my wife and me, when in reality we have no children yet. I also had a dream that I was broken and was being fed ice chips while in the hospital, and they were trying to fix me, but I was trapped. I had dream after dream until a dream where I was in a dark place with other people around, but they were shrouded in the dark. I believe this was a way station where spirits leave. I decided to return. I heard familiar voices talk to me, but created dreams to visualize it. I found out my heart stopped twice after I woke. And this is another one. Huh?
Through a lot. Their body went through a lot through that process. Gosh.
I feel like it's confusing because you're just jumping dreams. So, like, to me, it's like jumping realities. You're like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is another one from them, from B68 Camaro. I remember hearing a woman telling me to squeeze her hand. I found out later that they brought me out of the coma to see if I was brain dead. I squeezed her hand and they put me back under for several more weeks. I remember being taken to a spaceship orbiting Earth so I could be repaired. I found out that I was actually a cyborg.
Mm.
While I was on the ship, something ruptured the hull and the ship lost atmosphere and everything froze. I was frozen in place, but fully aware that I was frozen and could not move. I was now certain that I would spend eternity fully awake and immobile on the ship, never able to shut down. I had a dream that my wife had many evil versions, and eventually during a visit, I was convinced that the woman I was seeing was not my wife. But then I thought I'd kill my wife and I would never see her again. Meanwhile, she spent all 6 weeks at the hospital by my side, making medical decisions and talking to me.
He remembers a lot of his dreams.
Well, he's in a coma for 6. That's a long time. 6 weeks is a long time. I mean, it's a long time, but not a long time.
Yeah, I
And he has
wonder if
time
that's
to
common.
dream.
Like, if it's easy to recall everything that you witnessed in a coma.
And maybe, too, when they awoke, that they could, maybe they wrote it all down so they would remember. Like, I wish I would have a dream journal next to me and write down my dreams, but I never do.
I know. I've thought that for years and never did.
All right, last one by Zozo the cat. I had pneumonia and sepsis, and I was put in a medically induced coma for 3 weeks to help me heal. They gave me propofol, and I had the most hellacious dreams, nightmares ever in my life. I dreamed that my family was in a cult and trying to sacrifice me to their leader or whatever.
God.
That'd be my dad. Another dream was that I had to...
She has some family stuff that needs sorted.
That's some family trauma, I think, that needs to be dug through there.
Yeah.
Another dream was that I had to watch people confess to these horrible crimes, and at the end of it, they were trying to make me the scapegoat for all of it. Wild stuff. I hope I never have to have that stuff again.
It's interesting to me how some people go to like super peaceful places and other people go straight into a nightmare. Like, what's going on in your real life that makes that happen?
with Ariana Grande trying to kill you with a machete because you were flirting with her man.
Yeah, what's going on with that? Does your boyfriend have a thing for Ariana Grande? Is that why it's like embedded in your brain that way? I don't know.
I don't know. I have a client who his son, he does Disney tours.
Uh-huh.
And he gets a lot of famous people, and he's had Ariana, I don't know how to say her name, Grande, like many times because they specifically request for him. And I guess she's a really down to earth, nice person. Like her family's really nice.
Yeah.
I don't know much about her, but
I don't either. I know the little bit that I do know is not great, but
what do you know?
that she is a home wrecker. Like that's
Oh,
kind
that
of,
whole thing?
yeah, I don't know if there's truth or whatever because I don't pay much attention to it. That's what I've heard through the grapevine. Whether it's true or not, don't know, and honestly, don't really care.
No idea. So yeah, that's people's experiences in comas. So if you've never experienced a coma, again, we'll call you a lucky one.
Definitely.
And I'm sure the people that wrote these stories can vouch for that.
I was, I guess, technically in a coma when I was a baby. I don't know if I was like fully in a coma, but I had pneumonia and I was in one of those incubator things. I was like 2 when it happened, and I was in the incubator thing for 10 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have zero memory of it, obviously, but yeah.
No wonder you're the way you are.
Yeah. So true. All the stars aligned for me to be this person.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I can joke about it because you're alive and well.
Yeah, I can't complain, even though I do, and I like to.
Well, maybe hearing these stories will make you complain less.
Maybe.
Because some of them are really sad.
Yeah. Thank you all again for being here with us from week to week, hopefully. We truly appreciate all the support. You can find us on all the social medias at Weekly Bazaar Podcast. You can email us at weeklybazarpodcast@gmail.com. Send us some cool baby names, girl names, boy names that could fit for a girl, things like that. And you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/weeklybazaar. $5 a month to get Montana a baby crib, which I'm sure she probably doesn't need. But yeah, we really appreciate it. And again, thank you so much for all your support. We like to see our numbers continue to go up. That means a lot to us too. And if it's weird,
we're going to talk about it.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.